So expect miracles. Thank you for joining me today. Faith in Mornings is to help you start your day with faith and encouragement, and that's exactly what's going to happen today. Let's get started with our 2023 Faith Family Confession. You can find it on the show notes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and the description on social media. Say it with me. Say, I'm the salt of the earth. I'm the light of this world. Jesus said it, so I believe it. I'm a carrier of the glory of God. Today, I will experience the extreme goodness of God. Today, I make myself available for God to show his goodness to others through me. Today, I am increasing in influence. Today, I will see the goodness of God in my life. Today, something good is going to happen to me, so I expect miracles. Praise God. Go with me once again to Psalm 118. We've been looking at Psalm 118 and analyzing it and encouraging ourselves and realizing how good our God is and how we can expect his goodness in our everyday life. Because when we expect his goodness, it helps us go forward and do what he's called us to do and believe that we can fulfill God's plan for our life. So Psalm 118, and I want to remind you for the challenge that we're in at Faith in the Morning, we set a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Now, we have hundreds of people who watch on so many different platforms. And so we're focused on Apple Podcasts and Spotify this week and next week, because what happens as we grow the subscribers and the ratings on there, it recommends this podcast to others. And I've gotten testimonies from people who said, hey, I saw the recommendation, I hit follow, I listened, and it was exactly what I needed. And so I want to reach out. It's just on my heart to reach out to those on Apple Podcasts and Spotify in a more targeted fashion over the next few weeks. So if you're doing me the favor, if you have an Apple Podcast account or a Spotify account, log in and subscribe to Faith in the Morning with Kerrick Butler and give us a high rating. It will cause other people to be encouraged and discover this podcast so they can start their day with faith and encouragement. Thank you for helping me out with that. Psalm 118. Let's pick up where we left off last time. Say, the Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Come on, say it out loud. Say it with me. Say, the Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? One more time. Say it out loud. Say, the Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? The Lord is on your side. So you have no reason to fear. Yes, I know what they're saying on the news. Yes, I know what's going on all around the world. There's so many different logical reasons to fear. But when you realize the Lord is with you, that he's on your side, that he is your shield, that he is your rear guard, that he's with you, he'll never leave you nor forsake you, you remember, I have no reason to be afraid. And when you remember how much he loves you, as we see in 1 John 4, and we understand that the love of God, mature belief in the love of God, causes fear to be expelled from your life. When you remember that God is with you and he loves you, you can make the reasonable decision and know there's actually no logical reason for me to fear anymore. Yes, if I was not with God, if I didn't know that God loved me, I should panic and be anxious every day of my life. But because I know God is with me, because I know he's on my side, because he loves me, I have no logistical reason to fear, no logical reason to fear, no real reason to fear that makes biblical sense, because I know God is with me. And what happens is the enemy and the world around you will try to make you afraid. It'll try to make you timid. And if you become timid, you won't go forward in the plan of God for your life. If you're afraid, you become paralyzed with fear. If you become filled with fear, you'll be enslaved by fear. But God has called you to freedom. God has called you to liberty. God has called you to fulfill his plan for your life. So I want to make you aware that God is with you today, that he's on your side, and that he loves you. Don't be afraid. God has good things planned for you. So don't give up now. Go forward. Do what God's called you to do. Follow his leading. Stay in his word. And know that something good is going to happen to you today. So expect miracles. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for subscribing to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and being a part of all of our online platforms. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.